Don't fall asleep. The Motb, Jacob's Trouble, World War III, and Yahawashi'S returning. It's still on the table, and it's coming. First, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi'S, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, to the bishops of Great News, who rule well. Peace and blessings to fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and sincerity, so not coming back with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahawashi'S, Bahashem, Kodash. And this is just kind of something that kind of came to me as I'm doing a little home before. I was watching some videos earlier, mainly on the different escalation with Russia and NATO and America. That's ramping up. Supposedly there's supposed to be talk between America and NATO on allowing Ukraine to strike with long-range missiles within Russia territory. Okay, so initially I was just gonna say, hey, World War III is still on the table. Don't go to sleep. Because meanwhile, in the internet, there's nothing but distractions, nothing but folly, get rich quick schemes, and this and that and this. Scriptures talk about how folly is set in great dignity. But World War III also is synonymous with, the Motb, okay, and Jacob's Trouble as well. Okay, you can't take these things for granted. Okay, a small distraction. Going back to what I said, you pretty much can't take these things for granted or fall asleep like the rest of the world is falling asleep. Let me bring out a scripture. This is just a quick video. I'm gonna go to Revelation 11, because these things are getting ready to come upon this world in haste. Okay, first of all, this is all we talk about. This is all we speak about. We speak about Jacob's Trouble. We surely speak about the Motb, which is the RFID microchip. Okay, Revelation 13, start at 16. Okay, also Revelation 14. This implantable device that the Edomites, the ones that are in rulership, are going to press upon the whole world. Okay, they're going to lock down the economies again. They're going to pretty much force the whole world to, bow the knee, worship the image by taking the Motb. You're pretty much showing your reverence when you do that. Okay, I want to serve you. I want to be part of this. I want to be part of the system. I want you to be my God. Basically, when he puts that seed inside of you. Okay, give me a second. This is Revelation 11 and 14. Because prior to World War III, the Motb has to come. Prior to World War III, okay, Jacob's Trouble has to come. Okay, you also have Isaiah 4:1. It's going to be the 15th chapter, the 16th chapter. You see what's going on with America. The American government is flooding America with migrants. Stabilizing the population here, making the population angry. Giving them resources. And Americans are struggling, so you can see there's already tension. The scriptures talk about how a nation divided cannot stand. And the ultimate goal of the elites is to subdue America and bring America into this system. But they have to crash it first. We have the CBDCs, right? Revelation 11 and 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And what's contained in the third woe, or I should say, precursors to the third woe, which these things are being mounted up right now. The escalation between NATO, between America, between Russia, as well as you have the Israeli conflict
Okay, with the Palestinians, the Iranians, they traded blows with each other. Okay, and all those nations are mentioned in the scriptures of going at it, or being the nations that, like the state of Israel, being the nation that's going to draw all these nations into that region for all out war. All right, but you're going to have wars here in America. Okay, let me bring that out. So it says the third woe cometh quickly, Jacob's trouble. Okay, which you Israelites are going to be in a lot of trouble. Esau's going to come down upon you. All right, the scriptures in Ezekiel speak about the sword being sharpened. He's going to show his horn. He takes, when there's no more food. Okay, there's no services. All right, your children are, at risk. You're at risk. He pulls back all those goodies. Okay, he pulls back, what is it called? The food stamps. EBT. Well, a lot of Americans are being fed. Okay, a lot of Americans, probably half. I wouldn't be surprised if at least half of America gets some type of assistance from the government. So if they pull that back, okay, some type of housing assistance, some type of food assistance. You got a lot of Edomites that get food assistance. Okay, a lot of individuals that get retirement, Social Security, that they actually need that money. So what happens if everything crashes? What are these people going to do? That's going to spark outcry. That's going to spark a riot, sedition, as it says in 2 Ezra 15. Let me bring this out. Okay. You know what? Let me go here. Let me go to Matthew 24 real quick. Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And as these things, pretty much increase, you're having a lot of people bug the hell out. You got actual people that are afraid of the things that are happening. Well, the scriptures talk about how men's hearts fell in themselves for fear, for seeing the things that are coming on the earth. We haven't even we're not even at the pinnacle of these things. We're in the beginning stage of what's going to say here. It's going to say the beginning of sorrows, right? Okay, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. This is actually happening right now. Okay, your algorithm on your social media, on your media that you receive, that you consume on a daily basis, because we all consume media on a daily basis. All right, what is your social media filled with? Is it filled with, rap battles? Is it filled with, dog videos? Is it filled with, celebrity gossip? Is it filled with, get money, building businesses? Certain things you got to do. But do you have current events? Are you tuned in to watching the videos? Are you walking in the spirit? Right, most individuals are not doing those things. So when these things actually come, it's going to be to their surprise and to their detriment. But these are just spirits that are foreordained for this condemnation. Okay, that were set up to just be those born in vain, to die in the battles, to get shipped off. Okay, in this draft to the war. That's still coming. Okay, when that draft comes, you have it's going to be game time. Game time is getting ready to be over. Okay, game time is getting ready to be over. Okay, playtime. Well, there's a saying. It's always fun until somebody get hurt. Okay, so Jake, mainly you Israelites, you're the main culprits. All you want to do is have fun. The children of Israel rose up early to play. That's the only thing that's on their mind. That's what they're concerned with is, bullshit. Living their best life. Travel. You got a lot of Jakes that are traveling now. They want to travel. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to be a rapper. They just want to be a thug. They're coming to this Israelite thing. They want to be an Israelite celebrity. Okay? And there shall be famine. See? Look, you got individuals that just read over this. This is going to actually be a reality here in Babylon the Great. As crazy as it may seem, to the uninitiated, to those whose eyes are closed, because America is this metropolis, it's filled with excess. You can't imagine, this place. There's never been a time where it's not been food. I mean, there's been certain famines throughout the history of America, but not like this. What's going to happen? Okay, what's being built up right now? Okay, just give me a second. Okay, let me read that again from the top. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places." Okay, so you're gonna have these major great earthquakes happening. That's gonna cause a lot of damage, a lot of death. Okay, you had that one earthquake. What was it, 2 years ago? That it was somewhere on a border of Turkey, or it was one of them Middle Eastern countries. It killed like 60,000 people, which allegedly, so-called sea theory that Esau, he calls that through his weather manipulation. He's able to manipulate the weather, and you can look up cloud seeding. They've been doing that for over 50 years. All these things are the beginning of sorrow. See, all these things that are getting ready to perspire or commence. These things are the beginning of sorrows, where people are going to lose their mind, and on some regard, it's already happening. If you're on social media, you see it. You see people complaining. You see Esau complaining about an ungodly father. You see Esau complaining about the migrants, like this whole thing with the so-called Haitians, the Venezuelans. Well, last week it was the Venezuelan gangs, and then this week it's the Haitians are eating cats and dogs. So you see, they're constantly trying to blame Jake for the things that are happening in the earth. Meanwhile, they're locking shit down. They're fighting each other. Okay, war is amplifying. Okay, they got plots and they got schemes. Okay, that they're working on, which the scriptures say we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Let me get Jacob's trouble. Okay, because Jacob's trouble is still on the books. Don't fall asleep. Don't think because it's a nice day out and everything was normal at work. Things are crazy in different parts of the earth, but here, wherever you're at is you feel safe. You go to the grocery store, you got your favorite cookies that you like to pick up. Your snacks, your Cheez-Its, whatever it may be. Okay, your kombucha, or the nice restaurant like you go to, it's gonna come all of a sudden. It's gonna come one day, it's cool, then the next day it's not. But see, it's not cool. If your eyes are open, all hell is breaking loose all around us. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, which that word alas, when you go into the Hebrew, it's also the word is woe. Okay, that's the same word for woe, which woe means what? Destruction. So woe, just as we read, we open up in Revelation 11:14. Okay, but the third woe, the third destruction that's going to take a lot of people out. It cometh quickly. Again, if you're watching, if you actually occupied in these things, well, the scriptures say that we're occupied in prophecy, Sirach the 39th chapter. Alas, for that day is great. So that woe for that day is great. What day? This day that's building up. The day of the Lord. Okay, which is darkness and not light. Okay, very, very dark. It's going to be a bitter time. Okay, where you're going to see children. You already got millions of children coming up missing. How about those numbers are going to greatly multiply. You're going to have dead, people dying from diseases, dying from hunger. You're going to have skirmishes between factions, rebels, and the government. You're going to have states trying to secede. You're going to have nations trying to take advantage of that. It's going to be nation against nation, as the scriptures talk about. Kingdom against kingdom. The Edomites going to fight himself. Okay, the Democrats against the Republicans. Oh, well, we're in the election year. And they put up Kamala. Okay, and nobody likes her. And Esau, man, if she get in there, Esau, he gonna go fucking buck wild. Just my projection. Okay, but they're probably gonna do something before that. They're gonna cause some type of mass distraction. Who knows? We staying on our toes. Okay, we keeping our eyes on our head on a swivel, as they say. Okay, meaning being circumspect, watching everything around us 360 degrees. Okay, where this knowledge gives you that understanding to be able to depict or decipher the things that are transpiring right in front of us, to be able to look at it in a spiritual eye and filter it through prophecy. Okay, to filter it through this testimony that we're singing. And it's even a time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, the Motb. All right, World War III. Okay, what else did I say? Well, Jacob's trouble, famines. All that is Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is going. The nuclear war, World War III, is going to be in Jacob's trouble. World War III is going to be the end of Jacob's trouble. Okay, it's going to take out the wicked of our people here in America. Okay, the 2/3 here in America. All right, and the 1/3 are only going to be delivered from Jacob's trouble. Right? It says, but he shall be saved out of it. Right, the 1/3 of Jacob here in America. Okay, but Jacob's going to be catching hell throughout the whole earth as well. They're going to be catching hell in Brazil and Venezuela. Well, you got a lot. You got a lot of those individuals coming up to America, and they're going to be treated like second and third and fourth class citizens. Okay, but hey, they're probably going to get drafted and get put in the ranks as well to get shipped out, to get shipped over there. So it's getting ready to be real nasty out here. Okay, so all these things are still on the table. Okay, the Most High, he didn't say these things, and he doesn't have us saying these things over and over for no reason. All right, these things are getting ready to manifest themselves. Well, let me get Habakkuk, because it says, in the end it shall speak, right? And it's speaking. Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. We're in that appointed time. The vision is speaking about the prophecies. Okay, which the prophets were, seers or visionaries. They're able to see things afar off, see things that are going to happen, which the scriptures say, the Most High said he declared the end from the beginning. So everything's already contained in here, and now things are just unfolding right before our eyes. Okay, for the vision is yet for appointed time, which is now, but at the end it shall speak. This is the appointed time. It's speaking. World War III is speaking. We see how Jacob's trouble is getting ready to come. We see that the enemy getting ready to come. We see all his policies that he's taking. We see what he's doing with the migrants. How he's putting the American population against the foreign population. And Jay gonna fight too. They're not going to just sit there. So it's going to be, civil war, class wars, race wars, skirmishes, class wars, political wars. Okay, so-called domestic terrorists, domestic and foreign terrorist attacks. Well, the W to the E to the F, they said that 2024, 2025 is going to be a rise, a post-scamdemic era, which is going to be a rise of a global terrorist group. How do they know that? Because these are the same individuals that are manipulating everything. Okay, but they're all doing it through, the will of the Heavenly Father. Okay, The Lord is setting all this up. See, and this is what we understand. At the end, Esau, he loses. But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay, so these things are still on the table. These things they're all still coming. So when they come, don't get surprised. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. You should know what's going on. Okay, you should. The scriptures say about being vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, seeking about whom he may devour. The scriptures also say, Yahawashi'S told us to watch as well as pray. Okay, so I'm gonna close it there until next time. Shalom to the elect.